Shadows, those silent companions that mimic our every move, have intrigued us throughout ages. Let's delve into the mysterious world of shadows. Defined as the darkened area produced by an object coming between rays of light and a surface, shadows are an essential facet of our visual experience. They are the result of an intricate dance, a ballet if you will, involving light and obstruction. Consider light as a fleet of dancers moving across the stage in straight, unerring lines. When an object, an obstructing dancer, steps into their path, it intercepts the light rays. This prevents them from reaching a certain area behind the object, creating a region of darkness, the shadow. The dance of shadow formation requires two primary partners: a light source and an obstructing object. The light source can be a natural one like the sun, or artificial such as a lamp. As light radiates from the source, it encounters objects in its path, and the interaction between light and these objects choreographs the size, shape, and characteristics of the resulting shadow. The shapes of shadows are as diverse as the dancers on a stage. They are influenced by the position of the light source, the object, and the surface receiving the shadow. The most common type of shadow is the umbra, the central and darkest part where light is completely blocked. Surrounding the umbra is the penumbra, a partially shaded region where light is only partially obstructed. The shape of a shadow is intricately tied to the form of the object casting it. Objects with irregular surfaces can produce distorted or elongated shadows, while those with uniform shapes create more defined and predictable shadow patterns. So, the next time you see your shadow, remember, it's a complex dance of light and matter. A dance that plays out every day, everywhere, creating a world of shadows that adds depth and dimension to our lives. Shadows can be as diverse as the objects casting them, changing their shape and size with the position of the light source. Just as no two snowflakes are identical, no two shadows are completely alike. They twist and sway, lengthen and shrink, morphing with the dance of the light that creates them. Let's delve a little deeper into the anatomy of shadows. The most common types we encounter are known as the umbra and penumbra. Picture this. The umbra is the heart of the shadow, the deep dark core where the light is entirely blocked by the object. It's the part of the shadow that's often the most defined, the most intense. Then we have the penumbra, the softer peripheral part of the shadow where light is only partially obstructed. It's like a halo that wraps around the umbra, a twilight zone where light and darkness mingle. Now, what factors shape these shadowy twins? First, there's the shape of the object itself. An object with a complex or irregular surface creates a shadow that twists and turns in unexpected ways. It might elongate, distort, or even split into multiple shadows. On the other hand, an object with a simple, uniform shape casts a more predictable, well-defined shadow. The position and intensity of the light source also plays starring roles in this shadowy performance. A low, intense light can stretch a shadow out dramatically, while a high, diffused light might shrink it down to a mere patch of darkness. It's fascinating to realize that every shadow we see is a unique blend of these factors: the shape of the object, the quality of the light, and the angle at which it strikes. All these elements come together in a complex interplay to create the shadow. In essence, shadows are more than just absence of light. They are intricate, ever-changing patterns that offer us clues about the world around us. Each shadow tells a story, a tale of light and matter dancing together in a beautiful ballet. Shadows are not just dark spots. They are a play of shapes and distortions. Ever wondered why shadows exist? They serve a crucial role in our perception of the world. Shadows are more than just dark patches on the ground. They are the unsung heroes of our visual experiences, adding depth and dimension to our surroundings. Imagine a world without shadows. Objects would appear flat, making it challenging to discern their shape, size, and distance from us. It would be like looking at a two-dimensional photograph instead of experiencing the richness of our three-dimensional world. Shadows, in their subtle way, help us comprehend the spatial relationships between objects, giving us a sense of depth and perspective. Think about the last time you walked down a tree-lined street. The dappled shadows of the leaves on the pavement weren't just pretty to look at. They provided you with information about the size, shape, and position of the leaves above, even without you looking up. Shadows also enhance our ability to perceive texture. The way light and shadow play on an object can tell us a lot about its surface. Is it rough or smooth, flat or curved? These visual cues are vital in helping us navigate and interact with our environment. Consider how a shadow changes throughout the day. A tall building's shadow, for instance, is longest at sunrise and sunset, when the sun is at its lowest point in the sky. As the sun rises higher, the shadow shortens, giving us a way to roughly estimate the time of day. Shadows in this sense can act as natural sundials, but shadows aren't just practical. They also add an element of mystery and intrigue to our world. They make us question what's hidden in the darkness, sparking our curiosity and imagination. So, the next time you see a shadow, remember that it's not just a dark patch on the ground. It's a vital part of how we perceive and interact with the world around us, helping us to understand depth, perceive texture, and estimate distance. Shadows are not mere dark patches. They are the silent enablers of our visual experience. Shadows are not just confined to physics. They have made their mark in art, cinema, and even in the natural world. These elusive figures of darkness have been artists' silent accomplices, helping them imbue their works with depth, emotion, and realism. In painting or photography, shadows can create a sense of depth and volume, turning two-dimensional works into something almost tangible. They can also amplify the mood, allowing artists to play with light and darkness to evoke specific emotions. Similarly, in cinema, shadows are not merely accidental byproducts of lighting. They are conscientiously manipulated to enhance visual storytelling. The strategic placement of shadows can heighten tension, create suspense, or even symbolize the internal struggles of characters. A well-placed shadow can turn a simple scene into an unforgettable cinematic moment. Shadows have also found their niche in the natural world. In the wild, animals often use shadows to their advantage. Predators lurk in the shadows to stay hidden from their prey, while some animals use the cover of shadows for camouflage, blending seamlessly with their environment. But shadows serve a more practical purpose as well. For centuries, humans have used shadows as a tool for navigation and timekeeping. The ancient sundial, a tool that tells time based on the position and length of shadows, is a testament to this. Even today, with our digital clocks and GPS, shadows can still help us find our bearings and estimate the time of day. Shadows, in their silence, have quietly shaped our understanding of the world, becoming an integral part of our visual and spatial perception. They have woven themselves into the fabric of our art and cinema, adding depth, drama, and realism. In nature, they have become allies to animals and humans alike, aiding in survival, navigation, and timekeeping. So shadows, while seemingly simple, have a profound impact on our lives, from art to nature and everything in between. Their role extends far beyond creating darkened areas. They are silent partners in our quest to understand and interpret the world around us.